Shalom. Today I'd like to show you a Bible code about a possible location of the Ark of the Covenant. There are many theories about where the Ark is possibly located today, but these ideas have yet to be verified. Some say maybe it's in Ethiopia, others say in Jerusalem. Some say it's already been found, and others say that it's yet to be found. And how do we know if it is found, if it is the original Ark of the Covenant or a replica? So the access term in this table is here in the red, going up. Where is the Ark? And it's found at a skip of 11,717 letters. The word covenant is found twice, both at the exact same skip of 10 letters. One is here in the red with the black lettering, going to the right, and the other one is here going to the left. And it's like they're emanating out from the access term. There were 2 tables that were engraved by the very finger of Yahuah with the 10 commandments on them. So it's interesting that there are 2 of the words covenant here at a skip of 10. These 2 tablets of stone had been put into the Ark of the Covenant. Down here in this line, I've highlighted the words that say 2 tablets of stone, and it's from Deuteronomy chapter 10. And to give you the context, I'll read verses 1 and 2. At that time, Yahuah said to me, "Hew for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first, and come up to me on the mountain, and make yourself an ark of wood. And I will write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablets, which you broke, and you shall put them in the ark." So that's neat that verse is running through this table. This top line that's highlighted, it comes from Exodus chapter 32, verses 15 and 16. And they say, "And Moses turned and went down from the mountain, and the 2 tablets of the testimony were in his hand. The tablets were written on both sides. On the one side and on the other they were written. Now the tablets were the work of Yahuah, and the writing was the writing of Elohim engraved on the tablets." So that's amazing that 2 scriptures talking about 2 tablets of stone are in this table. We have the word engrave here in this brown lettering going down. And again, these tablets were engraved by the finger of Yahuah. The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most well-known treasures of antiquity. It was famous for its design and beauty. The word beauty is here in this pink lettering going down, and it's sharing some letters from another word that are in the burgundy coloring. And then the word antiquity is here twice in the white background with the orange lettering. Here going up, the same skip as the access term. And again, it's over here, paralleling the access term, but going down. I'd like to read some verses now from the book of 2 Maccabees, which gives us a possible location of the Ark of the Covenant. This is from 2 Maccabees chapter 2, verses 4 to 8. It was also in the same document that the prophet, having received an oracle, ordered that the tent and the ark should follow with him, and that he went out to the mountain where Moses had gone up and seen the inheritance of Elohim. Jeremiah came and found a cave dwelling, and he brought there the tent and the ark and the altar of incense. Then he sealed up the entrance. Some of those who followed him came up, intending to mark the way, but could not find it. When Jeremiah learned of it, he rebuked them and declared, "The place shall remain unknown until Elohim gathers his people together again and shows his mercy. Then Yahuah will disclose these things, and the glory of Yahuah and the cloud will appear, as they were shown in the case of Moses, and as Solomon asked, that the place should be especially consecrated." So this is telling us that Jeremiah was to take the ark and the tent and other temple treasures to the mountain where Moses saw the promised land. Now that mountain was Mount Nebo. There is a little cluster of words on the right-hand side of this table. Interestingly, the word Nebo is here in the pink, and it's at the exact same skip as the access term, Nun Bet Wa. Maccabees is here going diagonal in the blue lettering, and it's sharing the bet in Nebo. The tabernacle is here twice, Mishkan. It's here in the teal, going to the right, and then here it is again, going up diagonal. Moab is where Mount Nebo is, which is present-day Jordan, and that's here in this green lettering. Temple is here with the white background and the purple lettering going down. Solomon is here in the white with the gold lettering going down. So these treasures would have been in the tabernacle that were built by Moses, and they would have been in the temple built by Solomon. According to 2nd Maccabees and 2nd Baruch, it was the prophet Jeremiah and his scribe Baruch, who was also a prophet, who were commissioned by Yahuah to take the Ark of the Covenant, along with the tabernacle and other temple treasures, to hide in a cave on Mount Nebo. Jeremiah is here in the yellow lettering, going to the right, and Baruch is a few lines below, going the opposite direction, in the purple here. One of the other temple treasures that they possibly took is the original menorah. If you've ever seen the Arch of Titus, it shows the Romans taking away a menorah. We naturally assume that this was the original menorah that was taken to Rome, but that conquest would have happened over 500 years after the time of Jeremiah. So the menorah that Titus took to Rome was probably a replica. Menorah is in the plain text twice here in the orange color. Another possible treasure that was hidden with the ark is the breastplate of the high priest. This highlighted verse is from Exodus chapter 38, verses 10 to 13. And this is a list of all the 12 stones that were in the breastplate that the high priest wore. Each one of the stones represented one of the tribes of Israel. The children of Israel are in the blue lettering that cross over the access term. Mount Nebo is the mountain from which Moses saw the promised land, but he was not allowed to enter into the promised land because of his disobedience. It is believed that he died on this mountain and possibly is even buried there. Wouldn't that be amazing if the Ark of the Covenant had been preserved here on the same mountain with the man who was commissioned to make it? That's an amazing possibility to think about. Now we have the word burial in this brown lettering, starting with the kuf, bet, wa, resh. And twice we have the word funeral in the peach coloring, going up diagonal, and then here going to the right. The verse that is highlighted at the bottom here is from Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 46. I'll read the verses in their context from verses 45 to 47. Moses finished speaking all these words to Israel, and he said to them, "Set your hearts on all the words which I testify among you today, which you shall command to your children, to be careful to observe all the words of this law. For it is not a futile thing for you, because it is your life, and by this word you shall prolong your days in the land which you cross over to possess." Now, if you follow this line, further over, just a couple of verses later, is verses 48 to 50, which say, "Then Yahuah spoke to Moses that very same day, saying, Go up this mountain of the Abarim, Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, across from Jericho. View the land of Canaan, which I give to the children of Israel as a possession, and die on the mountain which you ascend, and be gathered to your people, just as Aaron your brother died on Mount Hor, and was gathered to his people." So that's amazing that in this same table, but further over, if it was extended, it would have Moses dying on Mount Nebo. The children of Israel would have had an encampment near the base of Mount Nebo as they mourned the death of their deliverer for 30 days. The word encampment is here in this white with the green lettering. Joshua became the new leader to take the children of Israel over the Jordan and into the promised land. Joshua is here in the purple. And Jacob is here in this green lettering, going up, sharing a couple of letters that were in the word burial. We have the word Torah here 3 times in the black lettering. And it's probably more times in this table. I just highlighted these 3 because they were in some of these significant verses that were related to the access term. The word mezuzah is in this blue coloring, and that's the little box that you can put on your doorposts that have Torah scriptures in them to remind you to obey the Torah. The word Deuteronomy or Devarim is here in this purple color going down diagonally. The word truth is here in the white with the purple lettering going down. Faith is here in the mauve coloring going up diagonal. Prophet is in this white with the blue lettering going down. Prediction is here in this pink with the black lettering going across the access term. And this book of Maccabees is giving us a prediction that Yahuah will reveal where the Ark of the Covenant is in the end times. Few would argue that we are indeed in the last days. Many prophecies are soon to be fulfilled. The book of Revelation speaks about 2 witnesses who will appear and preach for 3.5 years. Some believe these 2 will be Enoch and Elijah. Both of their names are in this table. Here is Enoch going diagonal, and here is Elijah in the gold going to the left. Another possibility is Moses, who is in the plain text of Scripture many times in this table. Will they be here at the time that the Ark of the Covenant is recovered? Mark chapter 9 verse 12 says that Elijah will come and restore all things. Is the Ark of the Covenant among those things that will be restored? So has anyone searched yet on Mount Nebo for the Ark of the Covenant? I've never heard that there has ever been a search made anywhere near there. Some of the words in this table could possibly refer to a search in the future for it. The word mapping is here in the burgundy lettering going down. To explore or to seek is right parallel to it, but going up. The word computerize is here in the green, going up diagonally. Maybe using state-of-the-art computers and metal detectors, they'll be able to find the Ark of the Covenant. But like it says in 2 Maccabees, the Ark will not be found until the timing is right and Yahuah reveals its location. The other thing to consider is that Mount Nebo is in what was Moab, present-day Jordan. There will probably be a dispute over the ownership of the Ark if it is found. The word dispute is here in the orange lettering going over to the right. So that concludes this presentation about the Ark of the Covenant. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Shalom.